So I'm just going to spend a wee bit of time seeing if I can resurrect my two-wheel drive SX4, which has been off the road for 6 or 8 months now, and it's basically been sitting right where it is. I'm embarrassed to say I've done absolutely nothing to it other than when I went to start it, oh god, 3-4 months ago, it spun the belt right off, the serpentine belt right off. It's clearly something seized, at least, I don't know permanently, but at least temporarily seized at the very minimum. Might be the alternator, I think. It spun the belt right off and it's basically sat there ever since. I've kept it there. I've been reluctant to scrap it because it's virtually identical to my other car, albeit only two-wheel drive as opposed to the other one, which is four-wheel drive. But now my son is of age and driving, as is my daughter, and my son has expressed a wee bit interest in potentially getting it back on the road. So let's do some preliminaries, we'll see. Okay, so I managed to get into the hood. It's a good start after a wee bit of struggling. The battery is unsurprisingly absolutely dog dead. I was going to check to see its state of charge and state of health, but it's so dead, even the display on the battery analyzer won't function. So I'll put it on charge for a wee while, see what happens. So it seems prudent to start off gently here on the 2 amp position on the charger. Kind of gently nurse it back to health, maybe not. Okay, so after no more than just a couple of minutes, it seems to have enough. By the way, I've got the charger disconnected now. I don't want the analyzer and the charger online at the same time. After just a couple of minutes of charging, it's got enough juice in the battery, enough capacity in the battery to actually illuminate the display, so it can use the analyzer here. So this is the Auto BT360. I actually bought this months ago after I had seen one of Dave Sturrell's videos demonstrating a similar product. He wasn't too keen on the Bluetooth version, so I actually stuck with the standard analog one here. I was going to do a wee video on this actually when I first got it, but you know the story, you change channels. Anyway, this has the capacity to actually look at the state of charge and state of health on the battery. Give me just a second to put in a few particulars here. We'll go with English for a change. State of charge, select battery type, regular flooded, select cold cranking amps, cold cranking amps. Scroll up on this battery here. The data plate tells me the cold cranking amps are what do we got here? 725. Cranking amps 890. Cold cranking amps 725. And of course the state of health and state of charge are probably in deplorable conditions because, as I said, the car is basically set for, oh, I don't know, it's been 6 months, but it's been close. So the idea is I just want to look at this. Oops. Kind of pre and post charge to see what it says. State of health 2%. Well, that's no good. That doesn't look good at all. State of charge 0%. Okay, let's carry on with the charge and we'll see what happens. So there is the culprit, boys. Oh, she's locked up pretty good. I'm guessing the armature, the rotor and the stator probably rested between the two, and that looks solid. Everything else seems to rotate reasonably well, so it is in fact the alternator. 24 millimeter. Let's see if we can bust that loose. Okay, so the alternator pulley's freed up. Whether or not it's functional or not, or damaged internally electrically or not, I don't know. But the pulley is in fact spinning now with the new belt in situ. See what happens. So after a couple hours on the charger, at the 6 amp rate. You can see I'm up to 12 volts now, and the assessment is now good recharge. So state of health is 100%. This is a relatively new battery, by the way, and it looks like it's given us a cold cranking amp rating as 615, which is a wee bit below, but we'll see what happens once it charges for a while, if it charges. Again, the state of the alternator is uncertain. Well, she started. Alternator appears to be putting out 14 volts-ish. It's charging the battery at an alarming 50 amps. So we'll see what happens there. Alternator sounds a wee bit noisy, but hopefully that will quiet down. Yes. Right, so it's a wee bit healthier. So it's been running very well. Took it, really around the block, but around a couple of corners. So let's see what it's saying now. This is not so much a car resurrection as a wee bit hybrid, but showing you the BT360 and trying to put my little car back together for my son's sake. Let's go after charge, regular flooded. Let's keep that in the memory, obviously. State of health 100%, state of charge 65%. So there's maybe some life in the old girl yet. So yeah, lots of work to be done still, boys. Brakes on every corner, and the inner tie rods are gone. Shocks leaking, I noticed, and yeah, no doubt some other bits and pieces since it's been sitting here for 6 months plus. But yeah, anyway, if you get nothing out of this, good recharge. So if you were to take that at its word, it's alright. It's telling us the cold cranking amps are capable of 835, and strangely the battery's only rated for 725. So make what you will out of that. I don't know what to say about that. Like, that's it, boys, for part 1 of this resurrection anyway. Cheers.